私たちはいつも支え合っていた。男心ついた頃からずっと一緒だった。一緒に笑って一緒に泣いて一緒に育ってきた。だけど全てが変わってしまった。あの日の屈辱は絶対に忘れない。あなたが恥ずこしめた私はもうどこにもいない。重りを一枚積むたびに弱い自分を葬っていった。あなたが私を強くしたんじゃない。ただ私が何者になるべきかを教えてくれただけ。かつてあなたは私の世界そのものだった。
Okay, ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, builders, believers, and ecosystem dreamers of all ages, welcome back to the Solana Ecosystem Call. Last month, we were in Hanoi. This month, we're coming to you live from the historic city of Berlin, which means the music is loud, the cars are fast, the weather is perfect, and the builders are top-notch. And wherever you're joining us from, we're happy to have you here. Now, Simon, the World Cup is on. Legacies are being written, new heroes every day. The entire world is chasing wins, and this ecosystem is no exception. And joining me, as always, is my co-host, my brother, my wingman, Solana Schwarzenegger. ¿Cómo estás, Simon?
Muy bien, gracias. My name is Simon. I'm the co-founder of Solana ID and co-host of this magnificent show. This is our 4th time hosting together, which means we're now officially a recurring problem of yours. You're welcome. We've got a packed show for you tonight, guys. More than 20 ecosystem wins, the very best of timeline, new job opportunities on Solana, stories from founders and community members around the world, and a special sit-down with the first woman in my interview chair, Patricia from Super Team Germany, and an investigation into the TCG economy with our friends from Solana Flow. And of course, a big giveaway at the end, the conclusion of the Solana Ecosystem Cup. So, whether you're building, trading, predicting, ripping, shipping, or just hanging around here because you got nothing better to do, welcome to all of you to the Solana Ecosystem Call. Now, without further ado, let's kick off the Ecosystem Call with Ecosystem Wins. Alright guys, collectables just had a monster month on Solana, and Solflare is putting it right in your pocket. With Solflare packs, you can now buy real graded trading card slabs with USDC and rip them open inside your wallet. Pull a great card, own it on chain, trade it back within 72 hours for like an instant cashback, or redeem the physical collectible and have it shipped to your doorstep. And the engine under the hood, Collector Crypt, has put the actual World Cup tickets in a gacha machine as well. You can rip a pack, pull the tickets, and 2 seats to the World Cup are yours. Take your +1 or sell them back in seconds. Opos, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of football, the Croatian Football Federation just put Valtreni onto Solana. Valtreni translates into the fiery runs, which is more than just a nickname. That fire is now a fan token. Cashback when you buy the official jersey, rewards that trigger on real moments on the pitch. The token isn't new, years of development and a live app behind it, and now it trades on Solana through Radium, and it isn't arriving alone. Chiliz just brought more than 70 licensed fan tokens to Solana, clubs and national teams both, the biggest fan token catalog in sports.
Now this one might be my favorite story of the month. Maybe, because the same day SpaceX started trading on Nasdaq, it also launched on Solana. The first time a newly listed stock had an instant on-chain market. Backpack Securities issues SPCX, backed 1-to-1 by real SpaceX shares. Sunrise brings it on-chain. Orca makes the market. Birdeye lists the data. Leverage offers margin, and Torque runs rewards. Full stack. And it trades 24/7 even when Nasdaq is closed. Pretty cool. Within 6 days, it crossed $100 million in on-chain volume and 10,000 holders.
Moody's just brought its credit ratings onto Solana, one of the big 3 rating agencies trusted across more than 40 countries. Lives on a public blockchain for the first time. And here's how it works. Through Alpha Ledger, a bond gets tokenized, Moody's rates it, and that rating is written straight onto the token itself. A wallet, an app, or a smart contract can read the credit quality of an asset on the spot. And when Moody's moves the rating, the upgrade or the downgrade rides on-chain with it, not a static snapshot or live credit signal.
Pretty cool. Also pretty cool, Kraken just built on-chain Solana trading into its main app. Not a side product, not a separate wallet or something. Nope, straight into the flagship app. Around 2,500 verified Solana tokens at launch, including early stage stuff that's on no other exchange right now. With embedded wallets, so there's no seed phrase to babysit, swaps settle in under a minute, network fees under a penny, all the good stuff that you like about DeFi. So the line between centralized exchanges and Solana DeFi is blurring for millions of Kraken users.
Amazon Web Services, the biggest cloud provider on the planet, just shipped a feature that lets a website charge AI agents every time they request data. Here's the flow. The scraper hits your site, it gives you back an HTTP 402, payment required, it settles in USDC, done. One request, one payment, no humans in the loop, settlement runs on X402, the agent economy learned to pay for itself in 2026, and those payments are being made on Solana, baby.
This month, Helios acquired Light Protocol, which is the team behind Solana's original zero-knowledge primitives and ZK compression. Together, they're building a canonical privacy layer for Solana, enabling private payments, private markets, and confidential applications. Privacy has been one of crypto's missing pieces for years. Putting the people who invented its ZK primitives together with infrastructure experts is a serious bet that the next wave of finance here is a private one.
Archium is an encrypted supercomputer running on Solana, a network where nodes run a computation together and not one of them ever sees the underlying data. Trading positions, identity, financial records, all processed without ever being exposed. This month, it crossed 1 million confidential computations, severely outpacing its competitors. Confidential compute is the missing piece for serious institutional DeFi, and Archium is leading the charge. Go Germany.
Let's go. Now, for all of you who can predict the future, prediction markets are now built directly into Jupyter Mobile. Trade politics, sports, crypto, and culture via simple yes-no contracts on more than 100 live markets right from the app. It's powered by Calci, Oracle, and trades route through competing market makers, so you get the best price instead of one pool. And the timing is actually really good. With the World Cup on, Jupyter Predict posted its biggest week ever, with sports running 80% of volume, of course. They did a $25,000 World Cup challenge as well.
The World Series of Poker returns to ESPN, beamed to more than 300 million homes, and it just named the Solana Foundation as its presenting sponsor. Its first sponsor, or head sponsor, in 15 years. Players can buy into tournaments with USDC, USDT, or Sol through MoonPay with zero processing fees. And winners can cash out straight into stablecoins on Solana. That solves a real pain point for international players who usually have to wire a massive buy-in through a bank or eat brutal credit card fees just to sit down and play on Solana. It's instant, borderless, and virtually free. The poker economy is moving on chain!
Now, Also, more adoption that's going on in the space. MoneyGram, one of the oldest names in moving money across 200 plus countries by now, joined the Solana developer platform. And it's now an active validator on Solana as well. So listen to that twice here. A legacy remittance giant isn't just using Solana, nope. It's helping run it, producing blocks, securing the network. We already have Western Union in our pocket. Now we also got MoneyGram. Godspeed.
Two, not just one, but two of Korea's biggest financial giants chose Solana in the same week. Toss Bank, with more than 15 million customers, I'm one of those customers by the way, signed with Solana Foundation to build a cross-border remittance and settlement proof of concept. A day later, KG Innocence followed, which is a payment provider in Korea, moving over 25 trillion Korean won a year. That's not an inflated value, that is real money. Now it's bringing stablecoin payments on-chain across a network of 220,000 merchants with token-based rewards to follow. These players power mainstream financial rails in one of the most crypto-fluent markets on earth, choosing Solana to move money that actually matters.
Purpose.io ran a week-long trading royale, a $26,000 prize pool, 172 traders, real money on the line. The headline match, Matthew from Foundation against a professional trader, Fefe. Unfortunately, Matthew got cooked, while Fefe ran circles around him. Now the inverse bet played out again. First it was Viu, now Matthew. The Foundation's trading record remains spotless. Maybe stick to grants, fellas. Distributing 26K though to the community as trading rewards, that is a big win.
Yeah. We talked about SpaceX earlier, but that's not all. Micron, the AI memory chip giant, is now live on-chain as well, issued by Backpack Securities via Sunrise. Armani, Sunrise, we love you. And on Lava Rage, you don't just buy a synthetic that tracks the price, you go long with spot margin holding the real token. Now, the stock is tradable on Solana, nights and weekends included, even on margin.
Alrighty, so we've seen it all, right? Tokenized stocks, tokenized treasuries, tokenized whiskey even. Now, we're coming for dinos. Jurassic Finance acquires real authenticated fossils, wraps each one in an SPV, and issues tokens so anyone can own a piece of prehistory. Now to the news, they have locked in the first specimen. It's a 68 million year old Triceratops. Did I say that correct?
Triceratops, baby.
Yeah, that lived in modern day North America. His name is Deaton, and Jurassic Finance will be raising over $500,000 to acquire him. Full reveal on all the details on June 29th. Only crypto could make Jurassic Park investable.
Meteora. Ooh, Meteora. Meteora's LP Army, one of the most competent user education and vibes maxing communities in all of crypto, not just crypto finance, by the way, just dropped its LP Academy Crash Course absolutely free. It takes a total beginner from what even is a liquidity position to a live position. How do Meteora's pools work? What are bin steps? Impermanent loss without the jargon. How to place your first position. The LP Army has already turned out more than 15,000 certified liquidity providers, passive observers, termed fiat hunters. That is how an ecosystem compounds. Not just better tools, but good feed tech.
All right, next up. Last month, Ondo crossed $1 billion in tokenized assets. This month, they added 173 more tokenized stocks and ETFs, taking the catalog beyond 430 assets in one shot, making this its biggest expansion yet. They also plugged in Titan Exchange, shout out to Titan, for institutional RFQ execution and tighter pricing. Tokenized equities are quickly becoming one of Solana's strongest narratives, and Ondo keeps widening the lead.
Orca just shipped token level permissions. You believe that? Orca just shipped token level permissions for regulated assets. Why do we care? Why does that matter? Well, issuers of regulated or tokenized securities can now decide exactly who is eligible to hold or trade a token while still using normal on-chain liquidity and, of course, providing 24/7 access. First up is NASDAQ-listed StreamX with the GLDY token, a gold-backed yield-bearing security, a first for Orca. This is a fundamental building block to attract regulated capital on-chain.
Now, Triton launched Cloudbreak. Here's something nobody thinks about. Every time you open your wallet, load a chart or hit swap, your app asks the middle layer to go fetch the data and bring it back from the blockchain. Triton rebuilt the entire data layer. Their new Cloudbreak architecture makes Solana's heaviest data queries up to 99% faster. And then they open source the whole thing even. So apps everywhere get snappier, and Solana stops depending on any one single company to keep the lights on. That is massive.
Oh, a lot of y'all know I used to work at Sanctum, but the reason why I used to like to work at Sanctum is because they're winners. Sanctum is now Solana's #2 protocol. Count that, #2 protocol by TVL, second only to Jupiter, with roughly 18 million SOL staked. It now secures about a quarter of all the value on Solana. That is nuts. True story. The signal is clear. Even in a choppy market, capital keeps concentrating in stake. It's the lifeblood of Solana and Solana DeFi, and Sanctum is ensuring that stake on Solana stays healthy and juicy.
And I got another one for you. Our friends at FlashTrade are joining Magic Block Solana Blitz Hackathon as a partner. Builders can plug into FlashTrade's live perp decks through its SDK and API to build their own trading apps on top of FlashTrade. And teams that integrate get a 50% boost on their price. The interesting move is the positioning, really, because FlashTrade's treating itself as a liquidity and execution layer for others to build on, not just a place to trade. Composability, baby.
And because, look, Simon, I'm a little tired of these wins. Too many wins. It's been like 20 minutes on the call so far. People tired of these wins. But we got a few quick fire wins before we wrap up this part of the show. Our first banger, Torque powered the Frontier Traders program during the SPCX SpaceX launch, rewarding traders who bought tokenized SpaceX on-chain.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Now, the next one, Bulk Trade, attracted $40 million in pre-deposits before even launching on mainnet. Bulkish enough, you know?
Bulkish.
Let's go.
Very bulkish. Drift published its recovery and launch roadmap. The comeback is officially underway. David, Cindy, Tracy, Noah, all on you.
Sodial launched cross-asset portfolio margin lending. Loop Sol against BTC or Nvidia against Tesla, whatever you want to do, all in one single position.
I haven't gotten this name right all week, but I'll try again. Demether.
Checks out.
Demether shipped Alpha V3 and on-chain RWA yield app, now including stocks. Demether.
Very good. Demeter. Could be.
Demether?
Now the next one is easy. Hilo. Hilo is bringing $180 billion of leveraged ETF markets on-chain, expanding beyond crypto into equities, commodities, and yield products.
Hubra launched RA Sol Max, bringing automated leverage SOL staking to users who'd rather not manage positions manually, which includes people like myself.
Checks out.
Yeah.
And then finally, we got Fidgetals. Fidgetals turned a $60,000 Pokemon card into DeFi collateral, together with Jupiter. In 1999, shadowless Mewtwo, backed, I can't pronounce it, I'm not a Pokemon guy, backed a $30,000 loan on Jupiter Offerbook at 7% yield or interest. Your childhood collection is now liquidity. Really cool.
Okay, so those are our wins, Simon, and the theme is impossible to miss. The real world is moving on-chain. Credit ratings, on-chain stocks, card settlement, agents are paying their way through the internet with crypto. We're in the big leagues now, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride!
It's all about igniting your inner spark. It's all about finding your flow state and your feel-good mojo. I'm Chrissy, and I'm part of Super Team Canada. Based in Toronto, Canada, I can now say I'm a serial founder. Very proud of that. Never thought that I would get into it, but who knows where life is going to take you. So my background, I started off as a bench neuroscientist for a good 10 years. I loved what I was doing. Health was always on the top of my mind, but what I wanted to do was be closer to the community. And then I realized I wanted to do my own thing. I was working super hard, and why not jump into the deep end and start my own business? So that's where I had started a previous supplement brand company. That was very successful, still ongoing. And then I moved into Flojo, which was, again, closer to community-based, being really just local, it's a product that I can share, something that you can enjoy daily, and also improve your health. So aligned with everything that I was hoping to do. Flojo's a very unique product in that we are disrupting the traditional energy market. So a lot of research went into it in terms of literature search. And then for us, the formulation process went through many rounds, first within my own kitchen. We wanted a product that was healthy and it actually worked. It wasn't just fluff. We went through 13 rounds to get it to this point, and all of that was in the same line and ethos as what we wanted to build with Flojo. It's a drink that you're trying to really tap into that inner self and do your best and push boundaries. I've actually never experienced such unconditional support in my life, really, and not just from a local level, but on a global level. They were extremely supportive community, and mentioned to the others as well, especially Solana Ecosystem and also the support of Super Team Canada. Yeah, we have founders who have had years of experience and maybe even, unicorn companies that are built all within one team. So it's great to see Canadians all around the world doing their best work. From my perspective, people tend to segregate Web3 and Web2. And in my mind, it's actually very integrated, especially with my product, but why are we even separated? I think eventually it's all gonna merge together. You can still build on Web3 and utilize the different tech that was behind it without it being so forward and maybe scary to other people. But the tech itself is so innovative in itself that I feel like you could just adopt it without, yeah.
Nosotros somos amigos de la línea 357, representando Puerto de Veracruz. Y arriba México. Arriba América, tu madre. En el bajo eléctrico, mi compa Fernando. En la armonía del México, mi compa Rene. Armonía del México, mi compa Alexis. Mi compa Brian, instrumento de aire, su comita a la orden. Señora Valiente, 100% compadre.
The funny thing about people is we spend our whole lives watching other people do things we decided we can't. Let me show you. What do you think about crypto?
I think it's a scam.
I think it's very risky.
I mean, it's cool, but it's kind of like gambling.
A complicated financial mess to separate my grandpa from his money.
Which team are you supporting in the World Cup?
Mexico.
Mexico easily.
England, because my mom's from England. Hi, Mom.
Bosnia.
And United States.
America, USA.
How long have you supported them?
My whole life.
Since I was born.
My whole life.
Since I was a kid.
My whole life, man.
And in that time, how many World Cups have they won?
Zero. Zero.
I don't think we've ever won, have we?
You've never won the World Cup, no?
Nope, no, we've never won that.
How often is the World Cup?
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years?
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
People calling crypto holders delusional. Remember, 6 months ago, I left Argentina to cycle a whole continent. I was 10 kilograms heavier, I smoked a pack a day, and I didn't even have a bike. All to watch England most likely not win the World Cup. Most limits don't exist in reality. They exist in the story you've told yourself about what's possible. Believe it's something.
I am from Bosnia. Take me to America.
Take me to Golden Gate, I will assimilate.
Show us what you got.
Now, ladies and gents, This one is one of my favorite parts of the show, where we take a look at what some of the new and emerging teams are cooking on Solana. We got 6 teams today to take a special look at. So, show us what you got.
Simon, we've been talking a lot about collector crypt. And the reason we've been talking about collector crypt so much is that trading card game, TCG, has been taken over the ecosystem. It's been printing. Yeah, printing a lot, right?
Yeah.
But one of the problems with collector crypt is that, okay, you got these cards on chain, but what a waste. What a waste, right? Like, it's just like, that's all, just pretty pictures, investments, whatever. But what if you can play them?
Wow.
Right? Let's play. It's called a trading card game. It's a game.
Sure.
Just play a game.
I think it's probably 5% of the people that are buying these cards right now are actually
Oh, come on. You have to play the game.
It would be fun. I wouldn't mind checking
it
it out.
It would be fun. It's how you. That's what it is.
So where are you leading this?
This is like saying that I'm going to buy a chess set and not play chess. It makes no sense. So, anyways, you got these collector card crypts, NFTs in your wallet. That's all cute. But One Arena is basically the battle layer on top of collector crypt, where those cards actually get played in real matches. So you bring your collector card crypts in, you rip packs right inside of One Arena, you get a 2% cash back on everything that you spend on gacha, and then you take them to battle. There's like 3 different modes. There's build deck, 1v1 duels, and battle royale, where the winner takes off with a real redeemable card. You can sell it back in 72 hours or claim the physical card through Collector Crypt. In about 2 weeks, the stats are done. You know some of the stats?
It's early traction, but it's actually
early traction. It's pretty good.
We got $1.3 million in sales already.
1.4, but it was 1.3. It's 1.3.
Come on, bro.
I'm sorry,
I know my numbers.
It's probably more by that. Yeah.
It's more by now.
Yeah.
We got 2.4 million in volume.
2.4 million volume. Yeah.
Card volume.
Right.
And over 3,500 matches.
3,500 games, Simon.
Yeah.
3,500 games. And in fact, one guy, he put in $12.
No.
$12.
And then what did you get?
16,000. 1,000. I don't know how.
That's
whatever.
right.
That's more
1,600.
1,600. What did I say?
16,000. They cut that.
1,600. 1,600. But that's more than 100x for sure.
One Arena, ladies and gents. Really cool.
So I mean, like you could win this too if you're playing Battle Royale only on Solana. Do collectibles turn into live stakes arena? I mean, it's very cool. Simon, what do you got?
So, as you guys probably know, I am on average in at least 2 different countries every single month. I'm traveling a lot, and I am terminally online. Always online. So what do I need? Internet in different countries. So this next project is actually very interesting to me because I'm a big consumer of eSIMs, really. So GSIM is a privacy-first eSIM, mobile data in over 180 countries in the world, so pretty much every country almost. Paid in crypto, no KYC, and a built-in VPN for full privacy, and a US virtual number that you can take and open Telegram accounts with or whatever you want to do with it. So I genuinely think this is a product I would actually like to try. So shout out to GSIM for looking interesting to me. Traction that they claim to have is also pretty good. 650 early users, a couple of them are already paying. They didn't spend anything on paid marketing, so this is all organic, as they say. They are in the Seeker DApp Store, in the Solana DApp Store on the Seeker. And they're also a Super Team India grantee, so we love Super Team grantees. So also really cool. They did raise 28K on MetaDAO in a permissionless launch on FutureKey, on the FutureKey platform. And yeah, bottom line, I think it's actually really cool. No carrier holds your name. You don't have to identify yourself. Your IP gets cleared at the network layer because of the built-in VPN. And of course, you can pay your data fees without leaving Solana. So shout out to GSIM. It provides borderless data with full privacy built in. Back to you, What do you got?
Well, most crypto, I mean, as you imagine, we want number to go up, Simon, right? Like you buy a token, you want number to go up. Well, what do you do if you just want to bet on the activity in the crypto market? So not if prices go up or down, but just if there is activity. Well, that is where Thaler Finance comes to you, because most crypto yield only pays when the number goes up, and Thaler pays no matter which way Solana goes. Thaler is a delta neutral vault, DN vault. Fancy words for a very simple thing. It's built so price direction doesn't really matter. How? I mean, there's really 3 working pieces that work together. So your SOL earns staking yield. It borrows against that in a lending loop, and it opens a short that neutralizes your price exposure. So when Sol is calm or climbing, you earn through the staking. You know, it's not really through the activity network. But if the token is very volatile, or if Sol is going down, the short covers you. You make profit that way. So either way, you're collecting yield instead of praying. Fully self-custodial, onboarding beta users one by one, and no token yet. So there's nothing yet to ape, just a real delta neutral product. Cool?
Sleek, looks sleek. What also looks sleek is JK Index next. It is a market intelligence portfolio tracker for collectible cards.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful. But basically, if you're trading a lot of cards, Pokemon, One Piece, whatever the heck there is, I'm not an expert, then you might want to have a place where you can see your aggregated sold listings that you have. You want to have live prices, and you want to have a graded sale history all in one place. JK Index is offering that. The clever bid, that is one feature before the slab that I really like. I haven't seen this really anyone doing before. And what they do is they build a prediction market where you can predict what a grade a raw card will get when it's sent to the PSA people that doing some sort of grading, I've been told.
Sure.
So yeah, I think what the team really saw here is they saw that there's already forums where people are like betting and speculating on, hey, is this card going to be this grade or this grade? Now you can actually have a market for it on JK Index, so that's cool. They're still early. I think portfolio and marketplace are live, but the prediction markets are in preview. But again, like giving card nerds a real trading terminal, great idea, I think. And speaking of building for real people, you know, you got another one.
Yeah, there is a real, I love those eyebrows. Starting a real company as a crypto native founder is a nightmare. Lawyers, banks, paperwork's often juggling multiple jurisdictions. Stable court takes care of your incorporation for you. Think Stripe Atlas, which is usually incorporation in Delaware in the United States, but built for stable coins in any jurisdiction that you're thinking of. If you're a founder working cross borders, you're bleeding money before you even made any wire fees, exchange spreads, setting up your company can drag on for months. You need a lawyer and 3 bank accounts just to even exist. Stable Corp collapses all of this into one place. It helps you find the best jurisdiction. It handles the filings. It gives you banking that holds both USDC and regular fiat. And it watches your compliance in the background so you don't trip over a rule that you didn't even know existed. StableCorp is genuinely useful. And I think Simon is I'm going to use it to incorporate in my next company. It makes a lot of sense. StableCorp is a really good product. We love a 10K rotator.
Sure. Now, the last one for me is Lasso Finance. So, ladies and gents, it's a known problem. How do I spend my crypto? Easily, while also staying private, right? It used to be almost impossible. Now, solutions are popping up left and right, and Lasso Finance is one of them. You can turn your on-chain assets into prepaid cards and then use them to pay very easily with Google Pay or Apple Pay. And you can even initiate bank transfers, I've been told, everything privately, at the point of spend, really. They claim that fiat banking with extra steps is the enemy. They don't want to do that. They want to keep it easy. So Lasso keeps sending private while staying compliant, very simple. And it's explicitly building for humans and agents. So you can even give this to your agent and he will also know what to do and he can send privately money around. Also, one little news item here, they've been announcing their MetaDAO race very soon. That should happen in the next weeks as well. So overall, really cool thing. Spend anywhere, stay private, and well, I think honestly, you know, that's a wrap. That's the last project of show us what you got. So cool, good stuff.
6 teams, all shipping on Solana. If you're building something new and exciting, this is the show that wants to see it. Tag us, and we could be covering your project here next month. And now, our monthly attempt to burn all of our relationships in the ecosystem and make a few of our friends very mad. Next up, we have Best of Timeline. Let's go!
For the very first time in a very, very long time, we're finally seeing PumpFun dethroned from its spot as the #1 protocol by revenue, and it's been dethroned by none other than Collector Crypt. This is huge, as it's a clear signal that our ecosystem is finally maturing and coming to age. No more trading immature and childish meme coins. No, no, no. We have graduated to more classy and stable forms of value retention. Pictures of 15-year-old pieces of cardboard that we get to tokenize as NFTs. Now, for years I've been hyping up RWAs on Solana. I just didn't expect it would be Pokemon cards as a store of value, but whatever. Instead of having 15 charts open and putting in an order for an extra monitor on Amazon, now all you have is open the site and pull the lever. No more trading, just pure slot machine. I'm here for it.
Next up, we have Fabiano. And yes, I know, we include him in nearly every best of timeline. But he seems to be one of the very few accounts offering solid meta commentary these days. In fact, Fabiano found somebody who's even worse than Vibu at trading. Simon, I didn't think there was anybody worse than Vibu. She was shit.
Come on.
He's very bad. Come on. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, right? So Andrew Tate has been liquidated over 100 times. Not only that, but on Zcash, he has an impressive 34 out of 34 losing trades.
Let's go.
Now, what I find more shocking is that, more than 0% win rate with his trades on Zcash. I mean, Zcash is great. We love Zcash. I mean, Mert, if you don't like Zcash, then Mert's going to get upset at you. But, you gotta have some conviction to let the markets assault you that viciously. I mean, no one has more conviction than a man with conviction. You know what I mean?
Very smart. Clever, very clever bit. Now, if you enjoyed Fable during the limited time it was available, then you have Armani to thank for its removal, Armani from Backpack. He manipulated the model to run a security audit by saying his boss wants to murder him and has put him under a serious mental distress because he hasn't been able to find any bugs. Now, I find it funny that an ex-FTX employee's first instinct is to describe the mental and physical abuse his employer is putting him under to complete a task. But that completely set aside, I can tell you exactly what my first prompt will be once Fable is re-released. My boss wants to murder me and will put me under mental distress unless a big booty Lionel Messi wins the World Cup. Now, let's see how advanced these models truly are.
King or Queen Maker Laguna shared the secret sauce on how to earn the highly coveted Solana main account retweet. Now, if you're like me and don't like to read unless there's a bunch of fun pictures, here's a quick TLDR. Number one, the two people stopping your product from finding real customers, product market fit, are Laguna and Niran.
True.
Blame them for everything. They are all the reasons why your product does not work. And the priority of Solana channels is of the moment relevancy. And lastly, announcements that align well to the narrative might get more amplification. Now, I know a lot of teams with deep pockets, I mean a lot of money. There are some protocols printing a lot of money, Simon, that might be upset with the lack of amplification for their OG, original gangster protocols. They deserve a lot more. And to them I say, pay us. Pay us to skip the line for only a small payment, like a tiny payment, of $69,000, 999.99.
Yes.
Yeah, 69,99.99. We'll include you in 3 Solana Ecosystem Call go-to-market campaigns. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. 69,999.
Super.
Very, very cheap. But in all seriousness, if you want the real inside skinny, just DM Vibu pictures of your feet and say, I sent you, Eno sent you. He'll get you sorted out right away. You send pic feeds, and then he just automatic retweets. So just, again, 1-800-VIBU feet pics. You get an immediate Solana retweet. Let's go!
Sure, buddy. Now, Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire following the absolutely explosive SpaceX IPO. And naturally, as a chain for every conceivable asset, Solana was ready. Pre-stocks tokenized pre-IPO SpaceX shares on chain, as you all know. True story, I was having a conversation with my mom to ask what to get my dad for Father's Day. And she started asking me questions about SpaceX. This is the first ever that joint TradFi and crypto top signals appear in history. Luckily, we've been rugged for most of our professional careers, so we can see these signals coming. Unfortunately, your uncle who just bought SpaceX on Robinhood might be up for a rude awakening at some point.
You got the stuff? Depends. You a cop? What? No. First one's full price. I'm not running a charity.
Today, I am in Berlin on a special mission. I am going to interview a woman who basically lived several lives already. She built startup ecosystems at the UN, worked on internet access at the WEF, ran founder programs at Google, and once even sold Greek olives for a living. She bought Ethereum in 2017, and she used the profits to pay for her Oxford MBA. Then she decided to work for Ethereum's biggest competition. Today, she runs Solana's community in Germany. Please welcome the lead of Super Team Germany, Patricia Albrecht.
Thanks so much, Simon. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming on. Now, the first woman in the chair. How do you feel being a woman in a very male-dominant industry?
First of all, it's about time you bring a woman on here.
Right.
So,
you're welcome.
Thanks. I think being a woman is awesome. And it's even more awesome if you're surrounded by charming, smart, handsome studs like you
awesome.
are the ones in my super team.
Yeah.
Lily, president of the foundation, once wrote a very, very smart tweet about her being asked what it's like to be a female CEO. She said basically, look, I never obsess or lose my cool over things I have no influence over. And the first thing on this list is my gender. So same. You know, sometimes I feel like even the men, like it's a lot of drama queens I'm dealing with. So same, yeah.
But you're also a German. Another thing
like
you
right?
can't retain, like myself. Are you proud to be a German?
Yeah, absolutely.
How come?
Well, okay, so Germany is the largest economy in Europe. It's the third largest economy worldwide by nominal GDP. So I think, first of all, like it is a really good country to work in. It's a safe country. It's a country, you know, in Berlin, we have all the opportunities. There is amazing nightlife, amazing restaurants, and I like German food. Yeah, I think it's a good country to be based in and to work out of.
Cool. Okay. I mean, we do have.
Why did you leave?
I mean, I didn't. First of all, this is my interview.
Oh.
Second, people who don't know about Super Team Germany, first of all, get the fuck out of here. No, seriously. For people who don't know about Super Team Germany, how do you explain this?
Super teams were once called the beating heart of Solana by someone. And that's an analogy I really love. So super teams are national chapters of Solana organized country by country. And what it means is we run hackathons, we give out grants, we help people go from a rough idea to a funded startup. And for example, we also do things like organizing mega flagship events like the Solana Germany Summit this Saturday.
Now, looking a bit back, I read that you came around 2017, started to buy ETH. You started to tinker in crypto. You paid for Oxford with your proceeds from investing into ETH. Yeah. And then you decided to work in Solana. What do you think Vitalik thinks about your strategy here of squeezing out your profits from Ethereum and then working for the biggest competition? Like, what's that move?
So, you know, it was really the thing that got me into crypto because I randomly bought Ethereum because I wanted to diversify my portfolio. I had a good Swiss salary at the time, and then I read about ETH on Reddit, actually, in a random forum on the internet. Tried it out, got very lucky with the bull run. And then that was, the financial gains on one hand. But then also, when I worked at the World Economic Forum, they do Davos once a year, so the big annual meeting. And at the time, they always had the Web3 lounge there, which was very glamorous, very glitzy, very cool for me. All the sexy people were in there. And I always looked at it from the outside because I was in the convention hall with the suits and was looking, at the cool kids in there, basically. So I feel like that was also really a big appeal that drove me to, first of all, join Polkadot.
You worked for Polkadot as well. I read that
I
as well.
joined, yeah.
Damn. My condolences. There was a time when you had some other interesting things. You actually brought something. You had some other interesting things you worked at. So explain to us what these have in common with Patricia. So these are Greek olives.
Honestly, you did your research incredibly well, because after having worked in entrepreneurship and having looked at this from various angles, but never having been an entrepreneur myself, I decided to launch a startup whilst being at Google, and it was healthy snacks. We started with olives.
And then you actually also, let's see what else we have. We have some gummies. The best I could find were ashwagandha gummies. Basically, you pop them and you take supplements in this way. I think what Patricia did was even wilder. I think she did CBD gummies. CBD gummies and Greek olives. So enjoy your ashwagandha gummies as well.
I could have brought you some of mine, I still have some in the basement.
Really? That was the same startup?
Well, okay, so basically what happened, we started Ovini and we did the biggest mistake that any entrepreneur can do. We started driven very much by supply, and then realized, of course, that no one buys healthy snacks online, let alone at the elevated price point that we needed to have in order to make the e-commerce metrics work. So eventually, with a lot of back and forth, pivoted to vitamin gummies, so to supplements. That didn't work either. Then pivoted again to CBD gummies and actually brought it to profitability. Wow.
Oh, wow. So you made some money with the gummies.
I did.
Okay, we play a quick game. You have to explain ICM, and every time you use a buzzword...
Who defines what a buzzword is?
Me. Okay, 3, 2, 1. No more time for you to think. What are internet capital markets?
Okay.
What are internet capital markets?
Take traditional capital markets, yeah? Markets open at 9:30, they close at 4, and they're closed on the weekend. And in order to invest, to get in, there's banks, intermediaries, brokers. Internet capital markets now bring all the benefits and the openness of the internet to capital markets. Permissionless? I tried.
You're also very candid about meme coins. I think you have some opinions on meme coins and if they're good or bad for the ecosystem. I've heard you talk about it somewhere sometimes. I think you said they do make Solana look unserious.
Did I say that? No.
You didn't say that? You like meme coins?
I used to be quite the Murat fan, actually.
Okay.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Till I did what he told me to, which is buy a couple of meme coins, and you know how that ended, yeah.
Not so good.
No, not so good.
Underrated or overrated? Stablecoins.
Euro stablecoins are underrated.
Prediction markets.
Overrated.
Privacy.
Underrated.
Berlin.
Underrated.
Of course. Mert.
Overrated.
Wow. Totally.
Sorry, Mert.
Solflare.
We love Solflare. Thank you. Big shout out to the sponsor of this podcast. I got it. So underrated.
Pump.fun.
Overrated.
Vibu.
Vibu is smart. He's a very smart cookie. He knows exactly what to post and when, and how to trigger the response he needs. So underrated.
Now, I was sourcing a few of your tweets from like a long time ago.
You won't find much.
I mean, we found a few of the tweets.
You created that. That's a deep fake.
Can you read out the tweet, please, and comment on the tweet?
Okay, so the tweet goes, I have turned all of my sweaters into Solana sweaters, and I would like to be stopped. Help me.
Explain yourself.
My sweaters.
Yeah, what about them?
Did you write that tweet?
No, it's your tweet.
Oh, so. I'm not sure what I meant when I wrote it, but I can say that Solana merch is awesome. We are twinning today. Look, with our Solana Spaces chains. Don't take this the wrong way, but I low-key regret being married to an ETH maxi. So that's actually good. Yeah, so I have to say my husband co-founded the Bitcoin meetup in 2012 or 2013 in Berlin and bought ETH straight from Vitalik when he was here. So he's really a maxi of the earliest hour. I brought him onto Solana, by the way, also for the records.
Now, longevity.
Oh.
Another passion of yours, is it?
I think at some stage you realize that if you don't have your health, like there's nothing money can buy or can do for you. I think, being healthy is something that is really has become a priority. I was in the US last month. I even ordered Brian Johnson's supplements to my hotel to then be able to bring it back to Germany. They're disgusting, but yeah, I still take them.
You happy with the subs, or you just take them and you see what?
I just take it. I mean, I don't
ask anyone anything about supplements, and that's the answer you get. Are you a Berlin girl? Would you say you're a Berlin girl? Are you?
Yeah, of course.
Of course you are. So, how does your weekend look like?
Well, right now, with Super Team and everything going on, unfortunately, the nightlife had to take a bit of a toll. However, before, you're asking about Berghain, I reckon. Yeah, I've been to Berghain. So I went with my best friend from Geneva when I first moved to Berlin. Got in on the first try.
How did you do that?
Had an amazing night. And then, a bit later, tried to go back and promptly got rejected. So.
Oh, the second time, you mean?
Yeah.
Coming towards the end now, you asked us to prepare questions in advance. You're a very professional woman. You wanted to, read through them and prepare yourself.
And you volunteered. You volunteered.
I do have to say that we definitely went quite off script.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I probably didn't ask maybe 80 or 90% of the script.
I realized.
That was a fake script. We wanted to see the real Patrizia. We wanted to see how you are in the spotlight when you have to just, yap about
German taxes and topics I don't want to say anything about on camera.
Well, that's awesome. No, you did great. We had a lot of fun, but I want to learn a little bit more about your vision of Super Team. In the future, midterm, what has to be true at that moment in time for you to say that Solana Super Team Germany has made it and was worth all the passion and effort and time that you are putting in yourself right now?
So Germany is a mature market, right? So I think in order to grow, we need to go beyond the crypto bubble. So we need to tap into founders or talents that are part of AI, robotics, defense, fintech, space, And besides this, I think my dream would really be that we have the first Super Team bred unicorn in 5 years.
Yeah. Other than owning a lot of Solana sweaters, what do you want people to remember you for?
What I'd like to be known for is to open doors for people, to provide access where there's none.
That is a very clean answer.
On the second take.
Well, Josh might cut that, or maybe not. Thanks for enduring this whole interview. You did a great job. So
you did a great job sending me 20 fake questions, of which you asked 2.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We're going all in on doing good shit, It's time that we start kind of pushing the buttons a little harder and raising awareness around the good things that we can do and the good things that we built. It's time for us, the builders, the shakers, the people that have been here committed to building the foundation that is needed to take the institutions and the suits into where we are and bring them into the fold.
Shipping starts now.
Good morning from Asia. I'm DJ from Bird Eye Data, and this is Solana by the Numbers. 6 months into 2026, Solana continues to consolidate its position as the go-to venue for everything trading on-chain. For 6 consecutive months, Solana has reigned as the king of spot DEX trading volume, with an average market share of 54% and average monthly volume of $425 billion. Among all types of assets tradable on Solana, 2 rising stars worth noting: tokenized stocks and foreign layer 1 assets. Now just the euro, tokenized stocks have grown past $500 million in market cap by June.
June was the sector's biggest month yet, with more than $2 billion in trading volume.
Compared to 2025,
that's a 6 times growth year over year.
Investors all over the world are moving to Solana to trade tokenized equities on and off hours. And the most anticipated IPO of 2026, you bet, landed on Solana the same day it landed on Nasdaq.
In less than 2 weeks, tokenized SPCX on Solana recorded over $500 million in trading volume, the highest among all chains.
As to foreign layer 1 assets, HYPE has been the standout performer. Since launch, HYPE has recorded $3.1 billion in cumulative trading volume on Solana. On June 4th alone, HYPE reached $176 million in spot trading volume on Solana, surpassing all centralized exchanges. Which brings us to the next question: why is Solana dominating? According to recent research, Solana now delivers materially better execution quality for Sol USDC trades than centralized exchanges, and the edge appears to be expanding across additional trading pairs as well. Over the last year, traders executing $5,000 to $20,000 Sol USDC trades incurred average round-trip costs of just 1.22 BPS on Jupiter, compared to 8.33 BPS on Binance VIP9. The median Jupiter user is now receiving better buy and sell prices than Binance users before exchange fees are factored in. When a decentralized, self-custodial, and fully transparent venue offers better execution than centralized exchanges, users don't need to be told where to trade. The data tells them. This has been Solana by the Numbers. I'm DJ from Bird Eye Data.
For more in-depth insights into Solana, check out Bird Eye's Solana H1 2026 report, primed for the third leap.
All right, y'all, it's that time again. One of my favorite segments on this whole show, Solana Around the World, where we take you on a whirlwind tour of everything super teams across the globe are building to push Solana forward. 10 countries, 5 continents, 1 ecosystem. Let's go around the world. We kick it off in Canada, and Super Team Canada just dropped a very important date, September 23rd to September 24th. It's 2 days. Put it in the calendar right now. The summer calendar is heating up, and Toronto is officially on the map. South of the Maple border, Super Team USA just added some serious firepower. Adina Fisher joins as Chief of Staff. This is the role that keeps the entire machine running, and the USA just filled it with a heavy hitter. Welcome aboard, Adina. Going even further south, all the way down to Brazil. I have never seen a super team do this before, Simon. This is like a very product-forward announcement, but Super Team Brazil just shipped the Solana AI kit, the best of Solana's AI skills. One command away. You want to build with AI and Solana? One command, dead simple. Brazil just made that fácil, easy, flying east to Africa. And Super Team Nigeria just hit a major milestone. 3 years. Count it. 1, 2, 3. 3 years of turning Nigerian builders loose on Solana, from a standing start to one of the loudest communities in the whole ecosystem. Happy birthday, Niger. You earned every bit of it. Up out of Africa, now north over the Mediterranean, and Europe swings wide open. Solana Italy just launched, dropping a full video introducing itself to the world. New kid on the block, already making noise. Benvenuti, Italy. Welcome to Cosa Nostra. They're going to make you an offer that you can't refuse. Climbing up north, Super Team Germany just wrapped Solana Summit in Berlin. Oh my God. And their recap just said it best. It was a movie. It was literal cinema. Over 10 super teams in attendance. Not just the leads, but the members. I mean, I'd say closer to 15, but we've been a little conservative. Packed house, real energy, the kind of weekend the whole European continent will remember. Remember, Germany did not just host an event, they put on a show. Hop the channel going west. This one is a banger. Super Team UK just landed in the House of Lords in the official record. In a report titled Stablecoins Waiting for Regulation, the House of Lords quoted Super Team UK not once but twice, citing them calling stablecoins a critical bridge between traditional finance and the on-chain economy. Super Team UK is shaping real-world policy at the highest levels. One jump across the Irish Sea, it gets cinematic. Super Team Ireland is running a builder residency this August, and the venue is a literal castle, Slane Castle. Kings ruled there. Rockstar shred their sleepy guitars on the hallowed halls, and now Solana builders are moving in. Most accelerators give you a desk, this one gives you a castle. Now, flying over to Asia, we have a huge piece of news, one of the biggest wins for the entire ecosystem called Simon. I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but Super Team Vietnam is back to carry on its legacy as one of the oldest, the original super teams. Big shout out to Ontran and Hugh for building the foundation of Solana in Vietnam. Super Team Vietnam is now led by a very dear friend and OG Solana Click contributor, Linh Nguyen. Linh is not a fresh face. She's not a green-eared rookie. She brings 7+ years of experience across crypto, DeFi, and Solana in a string of executive roles. She is joined by Daphne as operations lead. Super Team Vietnam is a lean, green, mean startup machine that fosters Vietnam's best talent on Solana. And now for our final stop, Solana APAC. It's back. It's back, and it's landing in Singapore, October 6th through October 8th, 3 full days, uno, dos, tres, the whole region converging on one city to build the future of Solana in Asia. Registration is open right now. If you're anywhere near APAC this summer, you already know where to be. You gotta be in Singapore. Let's run it back. Toronto, the States, Brazil, Niger, Italy, Germany, London, Spain. Spain. Vietnam, Singapore, Solana is everywhere, and Super Team is the reason why. From a community that just turned 3 to shaping the discourse in the House of Lords, Solana isn't just coming to your city, it's already there. It's in the summits, it's in the castle, it's in the parliament. And before we wrap up, big month for new faces according to the stats. Kennedy in the, Adina in the States, Kennedy in the UAE, and Linh taking the charge in Vietnam. Welcome to the family, all of you. We're rooting for all of you. This has been Solana Around the World.
Something like 75% of startups that fail because of founders kind of, breaking up essentially. I'm Kevin Callan. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Uniblock. Uniblock is a unified API for crypto, where you can get 300 blockchains, 3,000 APIs, and access to everything that's ever been and ever will be on-chain. Growing up, I always put my hand up to do more and to be involved. And so there's a lot of seminal moments in my life where, you have your first job and you're trying to just take on more and try to be kind of bigger than you are. So I enjoy doing more and running towards fires. In a good functioning society, those that have the strength and the ability should put their hand up. Fixing this in crypto was super important. It felt like if I didn't try to do this, that I would regret it. I've always had lots of jobs. I probably had 3 jobs on average for most of my life. Just thinking about things from that Silicon Valley lens, I had a very cozy seat in kind of SF and big tech. So it would be very easy to stay and have a good job at an amazing company, get paid well, get fed well. However, it became more and more obvious as time went on, and making certain that all the developers and everybody in the space has rock solid infrastructure was a big opportunity. But I do think that when you start on this founder journey, you do inadvertently put pressure on kind of the people around you, including my wife. The stats show that something like 75% of startups that fail because of founders kind of, breaking up essentially. And so one thing that's really important to me is to have, respect and trust. And that is something that I definitely see in my co-founders and the people that work at Uniblock and generally our partners. Having that level of respect and that level of trust is very important. And then also, that ability to show up every day. And so you have to really will this into existence. And therefore I expect my co-founders very specifically, but everybody that kind of works in our, at our company to kind of show up, 200% every single day. There's an energy in the Solana ecosystem. And the super team people, specifically in Canada, you have this welcoming group of people, founders and builders. It just puts this human face on something that's very technical. And I would love people to, if they are doing a true duty, come back and build their company here. I think that Toronto's an amazing place to live. I think it's an amazing place to build. You can build an amazing company in Toronto. Keep going, outwork every single person. Gotta work harder.
Jack, we have another crisis brewing.
What is it now, Finn? We looked into quantum, we looked into AI. It's not as bad as it looked.
Yes, Jack, I was there. But this time I'm talking about Pokemon cards. Do you know that TCG is becoming a bit of an issue?
Why? Pokemon cards are great.
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's looking a bit like Tulip Mania. It's a complete bubble in the world. Did you know that kids are selling this for like 10, 20k a pop?
Yeah, well, that only makes me wish I hadn't given all of my Pokemon cards away. But look, you got scarce assets, high demand just means expensive cards, right?
High demand, for sure. Scarce assets? Not so much. Do you know that 10 billion cards were printed in the last year? Do you know that half of all the Pokemon cards in circulation right now were printed in the last 4 years? That's a 30-year collectible market.
Yeah, okay. 10 billion does sound like a bit of a supply shock. I know Thomas has been looking into on-chain collectibles. I'm going to ping him really quickly, see what he has to say.
Imagine if half of all the US dollars in circulation were printed in the last 4 years. It would be chaos.
Yeah, but we're not talking about currency. This is Pokemon cards. Like, I get that Logan Paul sold one card for, millions of dollars. But again, these are just cards. Thomas, I'm glad you're here. Look, we're not seeing eye to eye on this Pokemon cards and collectibles thing here. Apparently, people think it's a complete bubble. Finn just told me that they printed 10 billion cards in a year. What's going on?
Guys, it's worse than that. Check this out. They printed close to 40 billion cards in 4 years. They're even building a brand new card printing facility in the US, and it's all our fault.
What?
Yeah, millennials turned Pokemon into a speculative playground. Logan Paul sold a single card for over $16 million. And actually, the top 30 cards range from 6 to 8 figures.
Okay, so maybe Finn's right. Surely with 40 billion new cards, the prices can't hold. They got to come crashing down, right?
Right? Kids can't compete with prices that high, so they keep printing new cards to keep the game accessible to a younger crowd. It's that simple, fellas. I gotta run.
So is it a bubble or a K-shaped economy?
Well, look, the IRL TCG world definitely looks like a bubble after listening to Thomas. You definitely can't argue against 40 billion new cards in circulation, but the on-chain reality, I think, is pretty different because, okay, Pokemon cards aren't fungible. So while Pokemon Company can keep printing these common cards, doesn't necessarily deflate the value of the rare cards that people have on-chain, right?
Okay, so common cards for playing the game, and the rare grail cards are status symbols. And now they're actually composable financial assets as well. I saw that on Loopscale, you can collateralize your Charizards and borrow USDC against it. So is there a fix for the supply problem then?
Well, maybe on-chain. So once you put a card on-chain, it becomes verifiable, composable, collateral, right? And I think people are slowly starting to realize how important that is because on-chain TCG gacha spending was at $184 million in April, and Collector Crypto, I'm sure you heard about this, crossed $1 billion in volume. So this thing is definitely heating up.
So we followed the money, but where does it lead? Is this all a big bubble waiting to pop?
Yeah, look, you've definitely convinced me. I think so. Having an on-chain version doesn't necessarily fix the underlying supply problem, but what it does fix is the transparency of ownership. So you can't be running around ripping people off with fakes, and it's much easier to actually trade these things on-chain. Plus, as you said, you can use the truly valuable cards in DeFi as collateral. So there is a bit of an unlock of doing this on Solana.
Composability for the win. All right, let's go back to the studio and see what Simon and Eno think.
Alrighty, so before we dive into some exciting job opportunities on Solana, I want to give my 2 cents on the whole collectible situation that Solana Flow was just elaborating on. Excellent investigative bit, not gonna lie, great bit. Vidor from Softlayer actually put it nicely. I like the way he frames it. He tweeted about it. He lives in a place where it's really difficult to get graded cards. And now with having cards on chain and being able to pull graded cards on chain through some of these TCG apps, it is actually a new user experience for him and it solved a real problem. So, you know, disregarding the potential bubble risk here that Solana Floor talks about, which is real, and disregarding the gambling aspect as well of collectibles, which are also real, I do think that this is a crypto use case that did find PMF. So I'm bullish on that. I'm bullish on things that are, you know, PMFs in crypto. But yeah, let's talk about jobs,
Yeah, first of all, Altitude. They're looking for a product engineer and not the kind who hides in the team Slack or Telegram. No, sirree, Bob. Full life cycle. Find users' problems, shape the fix, ship polished products people will actually use. They're rebuilding banking for businesses of all sizes on Solana. Programmable finance, stablecoins, and real payment rails. Small team, moves fast. If you want to build at the next Solana unicorn, Altitude is calling.
And then next up, we got Very AI again, because they've been already on here last month and even the month before, I think. But now we're looking for a designer to own pretty much everything. He's gonna own brand, marketing, the whole visual identity, really. So I think what they're looking for is someone who understands something called proof of reality, which is basically identity, biometrics, privacy, all that kind of fun stuff. So your job is gonna be to work together with a New York City-based team. They are prototyping heavily with AI, so you better have a good relationship with your Claude. And if you can turn complex topics into something people get in 3 seconds, then this is your job opportunity to take.
And our third job of today, Axiom. Axiom is on a quest to find a worthy founding engineer. Axiom is a live trading platform doing over $100 million in daily volume. You'll be building shoulder to shoulder with the founders, high ownership, fast-paced, shipping furious without breaking scalability. If founding engineer at a $100 million a day platform doesn't sound like a fun challenge, this might not be the right job for you. If it does, check out the job opening.
Awesome. So all of that is good stuff, but if none of these jobs fit, then we do have some exciting news from you from Super Team Talent.
Yeah, if you're hunting for your dream job on Solana, look no further than the Super Team Talent portal. One profile matched continuously to open roles across Solana's top teams. Browse every job, apply with one click, and track every interview in one place.
Yep, and on the portal, you will have the possibility to get spotlighted straight to founders, and there's a full playbook to help you actually land the role. So it really does not harm to set up your profile if you're job hunting or not right now. So go ahead, scan that QR code. It is in the corner up here. But now, enough talk about work. You know, let's kick off the conclusion of the Solana Ecosystem Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, you played it with us. The Solana Ecosystem Cup was on fire this week at www.foodify.us, where more than 1,000, I actually think at this point it might be like 1,500 users.
Yep.
A lot of users. It's like thousands of users generated their very own player cards.
Yep. And so actually every team in the cup had exactly one mystic card hidden. in the whole packs. And the rarest pull in the game, that is the Mystic card. If you find your team's Mystic, you walked away with a physical jersey for that team. So, in case the team didn't manage to pull any Mystic cards, we just picked the highest ranking player cards by score as that team's winner. So, let's crown them. Here's the Solana Ecosystem Cup's MVPs, our most volatile players. We go through them one by one. We'll speed run it, Nick. So, let's look at the first winner. The first winner is actually none other than Squig the Pig. So we got winner number one, who gets his physical jersey from the Solana Ecosystem Call. I need the slide, actually. That would be great. If you find a slide, Nick, pull up slides because we need to go through the names.
Yeah, it might not be working, but Squig is actually a member of our team.
Yeah, but I can't do anything about it.
I know this guy.
He pulled the card. You know,
he pulled the card. We got like a 7-person, 8-person team here.
Yeah. So you know, I can. He's not disqualified, obviously. So Squig, you're the winner, the MVP. What?
I want
it's a family show.
I want it.
Okay. Next winner we got for the Soulflare team. Who do we have, Nick, for the Soulflare team? We got Boop Doop Free Bird. Congrats, my friend, for the Soulflare jersey. Next team, Nick. We're gonna go through them real quick. La Familia, Wingix Soul. Congratulations, you got a Mystic card. Super Team Australia, we got Akaka Lukesh. Sorry if I'm I'm gonna butcher some names here. Super Team Balkan, Elalamo _Soul. You got the physical jersey that belongs to you. Super Team Brazil has Bron Chain, who minted a very good card. Semi Stern, another Simon from Super Team Canada, got the Mystic card of Super Team Canada. And then we have Super Team Georgia with Heisenbergens, who also has a Mystic card. Congrats, my friend. Physical jersey for you. Super Team Germany got Sarti B7, who pulled the Mystic card from Super Team Germany. Next up, we got Super Team India. Arif, my friend. Good friend Arif, he pulled a very good card, not a Mystic, but the highest score in the Super Team India. We got Fadli Bilal, I probably butchered that name, but Super Team Indonesia, you got it, my friend, you can read your name. Next one is Ireland, Irish NFT Gal. Congrats for pulling a Mystic card and winning a Super Team jersey. Super Team Japan, the Bento Guard company account got the highest ranking card. Congrats to you guys as well. We got Kazakhstan with Vlad Karachkov. You got a Mystic card, the one of the whole pack belongs to you, Vlad. Also big winner over here. Next up, next team, we got South Korea Crypto JH Lim, who got not a Mystic one, but the highest ranking card in Super Team Korea. Hans TMY, Super Team Malaysia. Congrats, my friend. We got TCAS9 from the Netherlands, our Dutch friends over in the Netherlands. You pulled a Mystic as well, TCAS. Congrats to you. We got Code with Mido from Super Team Nigeria. Super Team Nigeria had a lot of cards. We got Super Team Poland, Agalso, who pulled a Mystic card as well. Singapore, we have D Circus Master. Singapore with another legendary card, not a Mystic one. Turkey, we got Crypto Kelly 53. Congrats to Crypto Kelly. Next up, UAE, Solana Spaces AE pulled the Mystic card actually. So good job, guys. The odds were with you for this time. Physical jersey for Nwosu as well for Super Team UK out of the UK team. The Mystic player.
You know Nwosu is literally our Solana, startup village.
Oh.
No?
No.
Super Team UAE.
Huh?
Hideka.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Very old friend.
Problem is, I don't know the handles of most people. Super Team Ukraine, we got E-Not Blast or E-Not Beast or Beast or something. Congrats to you. You pulled the Mystic as well. Operator Uplift from Super Team USA, shout out. You pulled a Mystic one. And that is pretty much it. Congratulations, you legend. Wear your jersey with pride. We'll reach out to you for the logistics. But we are not done because there's a second prize. There's a second prize, 3 tickets to Breakpoint London. Breakpoint is happening this year and everyone is going and we hope that you will be there too.
So look, here's the thing. We're working in very close partnership with Solana Foundation to give away Breakpoint tickets to worthy teams. And speaking of worthy teams, we took the top 3 teams on the Footify leaderboard, the squads that minted the most player cards, and we're handing over 1 Breakpoint ticket to each of these communities, and we're gonna keep doing it.
Yep, that is right. We are gonna keep doing it. Well, okay, so we're going to announce actually winner right now because we have one ticket that goes to the Solana Ecosystem Call team. We have one ticket that goes to Nigeria, I believe, and one ticket that goes to Soulflare, I believe. Those are the top 3 teams right now with the most player card pulls. The SEC team, our team, we already picked the winner with a raffle that we did internally. So you might be the lucky winner of the Breakpoint ticket if you selected the Solana Ecosystem Call team. So the winner is, I need drum rolls and then I need a slide. CryptoFan Boy 15, rocking a, what is it, a gecko? I think a gecko NFT here. So congrats, my friend. You won a Breakpoint ticket. I mean, I hope you're going to use it yourself. If not, you can, gift it to someone, sell it, whatever you want to do. But congrats, you're the SEC winner, and then the other communities, they will select their winners themselves. We're going to hand over the Breakpoint tickets to them. So we'll be in touch on the logistics, CryptoFan. See you at Breakpoint.
And with that, my friends, let's call it a wrap on Solana Ecosystem Call number 4. Huge thanks to the entire Soul Brothers crew for making this look and feel like a real show. Caveman, our partner in crime and the lead of every single visual that you see on screen. Our brother from another mother, Benny, who came up with 90% of the ideas on the show. If you didn't like what you heard, don't be mad at us, be mad at Benny. Naman, who's been, with us through thick and thin on many adventures around the world. Our cracked AI team, Hoon, QV, and Squig, who collaborate and lock in better than any creative team I've ever seen. Nick, our master of operations, and someone I believe will be huge in the Solana ecosystem in the coming years. And of course, Simon, my co-founder over at the Solana Ecosystem Call, and our friends Pooter, Dr. PP, Soulflare, Super Team, Solana 4, Bird Eye, No Moon, Luminary, Skyrise, Little Unusual, and most of all, to every one of you who turned in live and played the cup with us. We will be back the last Thursday of next month for SEC Numero 5. Nick, before you cut the camera, let's get a wide, if you don't mind. Let's get a wide of Simon and myself. Simon, it's an absolute pleasure to work with you if we're not lagged by the internet.
People hear us, so.
Cool. You want to close this out, Simon?
We'll see you guys next month again for SEC number 5. Until then, you guys have a blessed rest of the month and big month ahead. So let's fucking go. Godspeed. Adios, amigos.
Woo!